Hello everybody, it's me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome back to the Mario Party 4 CPU Tournament. It's time for the finals, everybody. It's all come down to this, and I am ready to see how things are gonna unfold. And we're doing this finals at Bowser's Gnarly Party. It's Koopa Kid, it's my board, and I do what I want. I built this board to celebrate Master Bowser's greatness. You'll love it, or I'll tell on you. Master Bowser is the best. If you don't see him now, you'll certainly see him later. Blah. And it's time to decide turn order. The last turn order of the primary tournament. And, of course, it's time to introduce our finalists. Up first, Princess Daisy, after an astounding victory in round two, her first match. She ended up getting moved off to the loser's bracket, but made a comeback and got second place in round 5, giving her permission to come to the finals and face off for a chance to become the superstar. Next up is Donkey Kong, rising from the very bottom of the loser's bracket. It is his final chance to achieve superstardom in a mainline Mario Party game, because after this point, he stops being a playable character for quite a while. Let's give it up for the big gorilla himself. Third up is Wario, who usually would end up getting eliminated from tournaments pretty easily. But he hasn't made it all the way to the finals this time, and he's out to prove that he's the best. And last but not least, we've got Super Mario himself, the original superstar from the very first Mario Party CPU tournament back on the Nintendo 64. Will he be able to reclaim his title this time around? We're gonna find out. Everybody gets their 10 coins. And it's time to get the finals started. We're ready to face off with Koopa Kid and Bowser and prove who truly is the superstar. The star, speaking of, it looks like it's pretty close by, but unfortunately that's actually a little bit out of the way. And what's this? Bowser himself is making an appearance. That's right, he's not limited to Bowser spaces this time around. Bowser can show up on the board in any number of locations. If you walk by him, well, things don't always turn out that great, but we'll get into that a little later. We've of course got to switch Mario over to a CPU player and give a brief tour of the board and show off some of its highlights. Daisy not starting off strong with a red space. Donkey Kong getting a mushroom. There you go. Getting a mega mushroom this time around. Wario getting himself a 3. Everybody's sticking pretty close to the start here. Okay. So, Bowser's Gnarly Party is quite the large and convoluted, twisted board. One of the most notable features is these bridges. Every time someone passes over one of them, they start to crumble. After 3 people have passed over the bridges, it collapses completely and a new one is put in its place at the junction on the opposite side here. So, depending on your dice rolls, it can make it a little tricky to get to where you want to go on this board. There's a couple bridges like that scattered about. And I believe the other main feature we need to talk about are these Bowser statues here. If you hit one of the happening spaces, the statue spits flames at you. There's another one in the other corner. It results in your items getting toasted. You don't lose any stars or coins, but you lose access to your entire inventory of helpful tools. So, you might want to avoid that, all things considered. Other one is right down here. There's another bridge up around here. And last but not least, let's talk about Bowser a little bit. Bowser, as I said, will pop up across the board every time the star moves. If you walk by him, a large number of different things can happen, and different things can end up happening depending on how large your character is at the moment. If you are Mega, you can actually challenge Bowser to a one-on-one minigame, I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately, I have not seen it happen that much in recent times, so the number of things Bowser can do kind of eludes me a little bit. But needless to say, he is out to cause trouble, and if you are unlucky enough, you can end up getting warped to this Bowser start space, depending on what happens, which is surrounded by a couple Bowser spaces and a chance time space. So that's probably not something you want to encounter, all things considered. But yes, it's time. Let us switch Mario over to a hard computer player and get this party started officially. Rolling a 5, Mario goes out a little bit ahead of the other players. And we're up to our first minigame already, a 1 versus 3 affair. It's time for a little bit of goal! Starting things off in this final round with a pretty intense minigame, all things considered. Daisy's doing a pretty good job so far of blocking these shots. A couple have passed through, though. Hasn't had to do much diving to get to where she wants to go. Oof, but that one did not work out in her favor. Yeah, we're coming down right to the end there, but it's kind of falling apart for the princess. That they do not get the last goal in time. They miss it by 1. Meaning Daisy takes the very first minigame. Not bad at all. A pretty nice start, all things considered. Daisy rolling a 4. And yes, you cannot go down there. You do have to make your way around a little bit in order to get to that star where it is right now. Donkey Kong using his Mega Mushroom, Mario and Daisy are lined up pretty much perfectly for him to stomp on and claim some coins. Getting a nice 30 coins right towards the beginning of the game here. And yes, the bridge has started to collapse. Though, surprisingly, it does not seem to be affected by the weight of your character, which is a little strange. And if I am correct in looking at this, I believe the star is technically past a mini shortcut. So Donkey Kong getting that mini mushroom might end up working out in his favor. He's got plenty of coins now, and he might be able to claim the first star of the game. Wario getting the mini Mega Hammer. I think we've seen it at least once, so I don't need to explain it again. I wonder how he's going to use that. Mario does not have enough cash to claim anything from the item shop. And if the bridge is crossed one more time, it is going to collapse. Mario also getting a mini mushroom, allowing him access to the star. 2v2 minigame, we're going to Cheep Cheep Sweep. Some nice calming waters in comparison to this fiery wasteland we found ourselves in. Let's see who can catch the most fishies. Wario and Daisy on one team, Mario and Donkey Kong on the other. Well, things are going pretty smoothly so far. We're at a nice tied game, 9 points each. It's really going to come down to who can grab those golden Cheep Cheeps. I believe Daisy might have gotten the last one. But there still are few fish scattered about. It looks like, though, with those 14 points, the game is over, and I don't think they can catch up. No! Donkey Kong and Wario lose that game. Daisy and Wario win. Daisy claiming another minigame pretty early on. Though DK is still in the lead with those coins he has pilfered. Daisy rolling a pretty high number there, a 10. Let's see. She is also buying a mini Mega Hammer. Interesting choice. I have not seen that item pop up that much during this tournament. And going over the bridge, it collapses. And another one comes up in its place, which actually does open up the way to the star for a little more easy access. So, Wario, if he gets 4 more coins, can actually get to that star. The question is, will Donkey Kong with his 30 coins get to it first? Only rolling a 1, but he was right nearby, so he gets to take the mini shortcut, and he is on his way. With the bridge collapsed, Wario is forced to go downward. And he does stop right in front of the star. So, should this next minigame go in his direction, go his way, he will be able to probably get that star ahead of Donkey Kong. Unless Donkey Kong rolls pretty dang high, but I'm not sure he's close enough to get to that star within one roll. Mario also taking the mini shortcut. Getting out a little bit ahead of Donkey Kong. Also on his way to the star now. And hey, time for some Manta Rings. I actually don't think this has shown up for a little while. Yeah, we're seeing it once per board, but I don't think it was in round 5 at all. Nice, calming ocean. Again, in comparison to the deadly volcano and lava-filled nightmare that we were finding ourselves in. Wario gets hit. Donkey Kong barely avoids a blooper. Daisy takes a hit. Wario getting one of the golden rings and scoring a good few points. He's currently in the lead. There's one more round of gold rings coming up, though. There is the Manta Ray. No one's really going for the gold rings, though. What are you guys doing? I guess Wario felt he was in a comfortable enough lead where he didn't have to bother. And with 14 points, he does claim the minigame, which means he does have enough coins to get the star now. So it looks like in a bit of a twist, Wario is going to be claiming the first star of the game, depending on his role here. Daisy, unfortunately, is heading off in the wrong direction, but hits a battle space. This might put a wrench in people's plans upcoming, depending on how this goes. Oh, only a 5-coin battle, though. Which means Wario still has enough cash to claim the star. And hey, time for a little bit of drawing. I'm also pretty sure we've seen this game at some point. In case we haven't, though, the premise is pretty simple. Everyone's got to trace their respective lines, and the most accurate one wins. Though they're all looking a little sloppy right now, to be perfectly honest. Donkey Kong's kind of all over the place up there. Mario, too. It might go to Wario, I think. Though he was a little all over the place at the beginning there, but yes! Wario has the neatest line traced with Daisy in second place. Very nice. Wario scoring even more mad cash. Exactly what he needed to solidify a bit of a lead here. Donkey Kong's not getting anywhere with that too, so yes. With a 9, Wario easily gets the first star of the finals. By the rules of the game, Koopa Kid has no choice but to hand over a star. Which means it's now time for the star to move to a new location. All the way up here, past the other crumbling bridge, I think. Bowser himself has also moved locations. Still a bit out of the way, though, honestly. Wario going to buy another item. Buying a Chomp Call. I don't think we've seen this item yet. With the Chomp Call is used, you get to move the star space. Actually, no, we have seen it once, I think. It's a little hard to keep track of. But either way, now Wario has control over where the star is. So if somebody gets too close to it, he can move it. After 6 rounds of Mario Party, it can be a little hard to keep track of what has happened when. But either way, it's time to hide in cannons. Daisy going for the A cannon. And all 3 of them hid in the same spot, like a bunch of goofs. Giving Daisy another minigame victory. So far, she is definitely the minigame queen, I think. And she's currently the only one heading in the right direction to get the star. Daisy using her mini Mega Hammer. Who's she gonna use it on? Using it on Mario. Interesting. That means this turn, Mario is gonna be mini. Donkey Kong, with the low rolls, still can't get quite out of this little area here. Wario using his Mega Mushroom to try and make up some ground. But with the way the board is laid out right now, with the way the bridge is, you're kind of stuck in a loop. And hey, double 3s! Only a 6, not that impressive on a Mega Mushroom, but Wario does get another coin bonus. Wario's doing alright for himself. It's important to note, too, that the bridge going from the Bowser start space over there does move around to different parts of the board. I'm not sure if that's determined by where Bowser is currently, or the position of the other bridges. I'm not actually sure. But either way, it's time for a bit of Paratrooper Plunge. Some coin collecting goodness. Though the AI usually isn't fantastic at this minigame. So we'll see how it goes. The coin collecting games are of course very important when it comes to grabbing both the minigame star and the coin star. Oh dear. Yeah, they are not doing great here, though. Both Donkey Kong and Mario getting eliminated. Wario and Daisy. Daisy gets knocked out too. Wario's the only one left, the only one to claim the rest of the coins, but he gets knocked out as well. Everyone gets their cash, but they don't get as much as they could have. Daisy climbing back up with the coins here. Now tied with Donkey Kong for second. But what's this? Bowser has a trick up his sleeve. Bowser's magic will make everyone mini this turn. Yeah, that's right. If nobody interacts with Bowser, he gets a little bored of waiting and decides to cause some chaos. Now, everybody is going to be under the effects of a mini mushroom this turn. Which also means that they won't be able to access their items. Speaking of items, Donkey Kong gets toasted, but he doesn't have any items to begin with. Though that does give him the first happening space of the game. I'm pretty sure that only happening spaces on these boards are in those torch spots, the flamethrowers. Unless there's one or two I'm forgetting of, but that's where the majority of them are anyway. And hey, with those low rolls, that round went by pretty quickly, so it's time for the next minigame, a little bit of Mario Speedwagons. Very nice indeed. Always a fun minigame, this one. Yeah, let's see, Wario's going out ahead there. Mario lagging behind, but Daisy looks like she's in the lead right now. Yes, Daisy gets that victory. Another minigame to the princess. Increasing her coins by quite a lot, getting a lot of minigame victories. Daisy is definitely going to be one to look out for in this final round. Not to mention she's on the way to the star, I'm pretty sure, but it's gonna take some doing to actually get there. Especially if she keeps rolling low. Donkey Kong hitting a warp space, getting warped right to where Daisy is, suddenly putting himself in line to be able to claim the next star. Wario not using his items and rolling a 7, stuck in this little loop with Mario right now. Well, the next person to cross that bridge is going to free up the other to be able to go wherever they'd like. Mario stopping by the item shop. What's he gonna buy? Buying a warp pipe. Probably also trying to switch places. But Mario, unfortunately, doesn't have a lot of cash right now, so I'm not sure if that was the best idea for him. Toad's Quick Draw is our next minigame. Everybody get ready. It's time for a little rootin', tootin', and shootin'. Interesting, interesting. Not bad at all. Wario gets the first point. Let's see, next color, red! A quick shot by Mario. He was ready for that one. Seems like sometimes more colors come out, sometimes fewer colors come out. Really, it just is all dependent on the whims of a random number generator, I guess. Going for green. Took a little while to get to that one, but both Mario and Wario are at 2 points each right now. One of them could end this minigame right now. Going for blue. Mario missed the first shot, but went back and got another one. Very good indeed. Daisy starting off the next turn with a 5, crossing the bridge, causing it to start to crumble. And stopping by the item shop, she does have enough cash for it. Going for a warp pipe, okay. Possibly bolstering her defenses in case Mario uses his warp pipe and swaps with her. Donkey Kong going over the bridge as well. Not quite making it to the item shop. But that bridge is looking like it's about to crumble. Wario with an A, doing a little shopping. What's he gonna get? Buying a Super Mega Mushroom. Definitely looking to make up some ground here, it looks like. Or possibly he's looking to steal a bunch of cash. And with that, the bridge reforms on the other side, letting Mario head in the direction of the star. Though, honestly... Oh, he did not use his warp pipe. I thought he would have. Instead, he gets an item space. Gets himself a mini mushroom. Always helpful. Time for some 3-throw. Let's see if they can sink these 3-pointers. So far, it's not looking that great, but there goes one for Daisy. There goes a couple for Daisy. A couple points, actually. Things are looking pretty good here. Wait, is the middle worth 2 points? I thought the middle was worth 3 points. Isn't that why it's called 3-throw? I guess there's 3 rows of hoops. I was wrong, but Daisy sunk a lot of those baskets anyway, so she gets another minigame. She is definitely being a bit of a tough contender here.